Problem 3. If A be an angle of an equilateral spherical triangle and A dash be an angle of the corresponding polar triangle, prove that half a sine of A into half a sine of A dash is equal to half a sine of 60 degrees. So first we'll write the formula for half a sine of angle A. It's given by 1 minus cos A by 2. Rewriting this expression, I can write cos A to be 1 minus 2 into half a sine of A. So, how to approach the solution? Whenever you have half a sine of an angle, cos is involved. So, we can make use of the cosine formula. That's what we'll be making use. So, we have written the cosine formula for angle A. I've just drawn a basic spherical triangle with sides with angles A, B, C and the corresponding sides small a, small b and small c. Alright. Since we are dealing with angle A, I am just concentrating on this particular vertex and not anything else. So cosine of angle A is given to be cos of the side opposite minus cos B into cos C divided by sin B into sin C. Guys, keep in mind we are dealing with an equilateral spherical triangle, which means all the three sides will be equal. A equals B equals C. So in the place of B and C, I am just replacing it by small a. Alright. Okay. So as you can see here, cos A is common in the numerator. I am just taking it out. Cos A into 1 minus cos A. In the denominator there are two sin A's, so it becomes sin square A. Alright. So next you can see in the question we have just capital A dash and some 60 degrees involved. We don't have anything related to small a. So we have to bring small a in terms of capital A dash. We already have capital A. So we have to bring small a in terms of capital A dash. Already while explaining the supplemental cosine theorem, I told you that there is a relationship between the angles and sides of spherical triangle as well as polar triangle. Okay, so you can see here that this A dash is a polar angle. This A dash can be written as 180 minus small a. This A is the side of a spherical triangle. See, we have written a polar angle in terms of a spherical side. Okay, that's the relation which we have mentioned in supplemental cosine formula. So from this, I can write small a to be 180 minus A dash. So wherever I am having small a, I am replacing it by 180 minus A dash. And we know that cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Similarly, here you will get minus cos A dash. There is one minus outside. So minus into minus, it becomes plus cos A dash. Sin square of 180 minus theta is again sin theta. So you will get sin square A dash. Alright. Now, in the next step, this sin square can be written as 1 minus cos square theta. That is a basic trigonometric identity. So in the place of sin square A dash, I am just replacing it as 1 minus cos square A dash, leaving the others as such. And we know that this is like A square minus B square. This is 1 square minus cos square A. So you can write it as A plus B into A minus B. I am writing it as 1 plus cos A dash into 1 minus cos A dash. And you can see here that this term in the numerator and 1 plus cos A dash in the denominator will cancel off. So you will be left with just minus cos A dash divided by 1 minus cos A dash. Alright. So we have cos capital A to be minus cos A dash by 1 minus cos A dash. Already in the beginning of the problem itself I said we can write cos A in terms of half a sin A as 1 minus 2 into half a sin of A. Similarly, keep this minus as such. In the place of cos capital A dash, I have substituted 1 minus 2 into half a sin of A dash, because at the final result we just need to have half a sines, we don't need to have cosines. That's what I'm replacing all the cosines by half a sines. Alright. Similarly, 1 minus cos A dash can just be written as 2 into half a sin of A dash. You can see in the front, we have 1 minus cos A, you bring this 2 here, so you can replace 1 minus cos A dash as 2 into half a sin of A dash. That's what I've done here. And I'm just taking the 1 in the denominator to the other side, and I've just multiplied 2 into half a sin of A dash into this 1 minus 2 half a sin of A to be equal to, just bring this minus sign inside, you'll have minus 1, minus into minus plus 2 half a sin of A dash. Next I'm multiplying this term with both the terms of this bracket. So we'll have 2 into have a sign of a dash minus 4 into have a sign of a dash. And the right hand side is 2 have a sign of a dash minus 1. Alright. Okay. Next you can see that this term is same on both the sides. 2 have a sign of a dash. Here also you have to have a sign of a dash. So you can just cancel it off. You'll be left with minus 4 have a sign of a, have a sign of a dash is equal to minus 1. Minus and minus will get cancelled off. And you have the product of have a sign of a and have a sign of a dash to be equal to 1 by 4. Keep this as sum 1. Next we have to prove that this product is the same as have a sign of 60 degrees. Right hand side is easy. Have a sign of 60 degree by formula is nothing but 1 minus cos 60 degree by 2, and cos 60 degree you know it is 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 is again half. Half by 2 is nothing but 1 by 4. So from 1 and 2 we have proved that have a sign of a into have a sign of a dash is the same as have a sign of 60 degrees. Next we will see something about 4-part formula and its applications. Suppose you have a spherical triangle ABC and the sides small a, small b and small c. Okay, we'll see what are all needed and when to apply this 4-part formula. We need 2 angles and 2 sides to apply this formula. Alright, so suppose here I have randomly chosen 2 angles to be capital A and capital C, and we'll see how to choose the sides. We know that the side opposite to angle A is small a and the side opposite to angle C is small c. We cannot choose both the sides A and C at the same time. We can choose only one side. So I am choosing small c. I am eliminating small a. But for this formula we need 2 angles and 2 sides. So one side is fixed as small c, and for the other side we have eliminated small a. So we have no other choice but to choose small b. Alright. So now we are having small b, small c, capital A and capital C. So 2 angles and 2 sides. Now we'll see how to use this formula. Okay, we don't have the derivation for the syllabus. You just have this formula. Just learn it by heart. The left hand side of this 4-part formula consists of just cos terms, and the right hand side is a combination of cot and sin terms. Okay, so keep this pair of the angle and side as such. We have capital C and small c. Leave it undisturbed. We'll be making use of these 2 different terms, small b and capital A. So your left hand side is going to have cos b into cos capital A. Now making use of this cos b and cos A, come to the right hand side. Here we have made use of small b. Similarly in the right hand side you will have sin b. Now we have cos capital A. Similarly in the next term you will have sin capital A. Alright, with this the dealing with small b and capital A is done. Next we have this capital C and small c untouched. Next we will be making use of cot. Okay, so here we will have cot small c minus cot capital C. Also note that in the first term we are making use of sides alone, small b and small c. In the next term we will be making use of angles, capital A and capital C. Alright, so just learn this formula. With this we will be making use in problems. When to make use of this 4-part formula is whenever any 2 angles or a side or 2 sides and an angle are given, you can make use of this formula. Now we will see a problem which is based on application of the 4-part formula. Problem number 5. In spherical triangle PXY, angle x is given to be 90 degree, the side x is given to be 180 degrees 20 minutes, and the angle capital Y is given to be 24 degrees and 5 minutes. We are asked to find the side small p and y. Alright, so we already saw that whenever 2 sides and an angle or 2 angles and a side are given, we can make use of 4-part formula. So that's why we are making use of this formula here. We are given 2 angles, capital X and capital Y, and 1 side. So we can make use of the 4-part formula. So but in the 4-part formula we'll be needing 4 components as a whole, 2 angles and 2 sides. So in the question we already have 2 angles, so I'm making use of those 2 angles, capital X, capital Y, and another side is also given, small x. Alright, so small x is given. We need just one more side. For that I'm making use of this side, small p. So we have one pair, small x and capital X. Keep this pair as such. Then we have another side and an angle. So we'll proceed to the formula. Keep this pair as such, small x and capital X as such. Make use of these two different letters. So you'll get cos P into cos capital Y to be equal to, your right hand side will be a mixture of cot and sin. I've already said that. So making use of these letters P and capital Y, you'll have sin P and you'll have sin capital Y. Now we left this pair as such. For this pair, make use of cot. So you'll have here cot X, here you'll have minus cot capital X. As you can see, this term is consisting full of sides and this term has full of angles. Alright. Next we are substituting the terms which we know. We know capital Y, we know small x, and we know capital X. So we are just substituting the values, and you can see here that we have here cot 90 degree. Cot 90 degree is 0, so this term vanishes off. We'll be left with just cos P, cos 24 degrees 5 minutes equals cot 118 degree 20 minutes into sin P. Next, bringing all the P terms to one side, we'll have sin P by cos P to be equal to cos 24 degrees 5 minutes divided by cot 118 degree 20 minutes. And this sin P by cos P is nothing but your tan P. And the right hand side becomes, we have cos 24 degrees 5 minutes. This 1 by cot can be written as tan. That's all. Using your scientific calculator, we can find the value of this. It is found to be minus 1.693176. Alright. I'm just bringing this minus sign here. So we have minus tan P to be equal to 1.693176. Minus tan theta is same as tan 180 minus theta. So I'm replacing minus tan theta as tan 180 minus theta equals the right hand side as such. So pi minus P is equal to tan inverse of 1.693176. You're getting the value to be 59.43365. Alright. Now how to convert this decimal in terms of degrees and minutes is, see, you have this decimal 59.43365. Keep this integral part as degrees. Okay, this integral part will be kept as such as degrees. So you have 59 degrees, and the remaining decimal part, that is 0.43365, multiply it with 60 and you will get 26.019. In this term, take the integral part again, that is 26. That will be your minutes. Alright. So first keep the integral part as such as degrees, multiply the remaining decimal part into 60. In the resulting answer, take the integral part as minutes. So now we have 59 degrees 26 minutes equals pi minus P, but we need just P. So what we are doing is we are just subtracting. So 180 minus 59 degrees 26 minutes will give the value of P, and it is found to be 120 degrees 34 minutes. We have found small p. Now we are going to find small y. Again we are going to make use of 4-part formula. For that we need two angles and two sides as the components. So two angles are already given to us, capital X and capital Y. Now we have to be careful while choosing the sides. We need to find small y, so that is definitely going to be one of our side. And we need one more side. For that we should not choose small x, we should take small p, because we already have one equal pair, that is one pair with same letters, capital Y and small y, the angle and its corresponding side. We already have this, so don't choose again small x here. Then we'll have small x capital X, small y capital Y. This is not the correct component for applying the 4-part formula. So you have to choose small p instead of small x. Alright. So keep this pair as such. With these different letters, we'll begin writing the 4-part formula. So we have cos p into cos x, that equals, with these two letters you'll write sin p, sin capital X. Now for the remaining letters, capital Y and small y, make use of cot. You will have cot y minus cot capital Y. This side is full of sides and this term consists full of angles. Alright. Now substitute whatever we know. We know small p, we just found it to be 120 degrees 34 minutes. Capital X is 90 degrees. Small y is our unknown. Substitute for p, and capital Y is 24 degrees 5 minutes and capital X is 90 degrees. Substitute. After that you can see that cos 90 degree is 0 and sin 90 degree is 1. Left hand side has cos 90 degree, so it's going to vanish off. It will be just 0. In the right hand side, you'll be left with the first term as such, and in the second term, sine 90 becomes 1, so you just have minus cot 24 degrees and 5 minutes. So bring this cot to the left hand side. You have, now you have cot y sine 120 degree 34 minutes to be equal to this term. Alright, we need to find just y. So keep your y term on one side, bring the other terms to the other side. Now you have cot 24 degrees 5 minutes divided by this sine 120 degrees 34 minutes. Using your calculator, we can find this value. It is 2.5983. So we have cot y to be equal to 2.5983. Always remember this cot value lies between minus 1 to plus 1. We have here a value which is greater than 1. So what we are doing is we are turning cot in terms of sine. So cot theta is tan 90 minus theta. I am replacing it as tan 90 minus y equals 2.5983. So 90 minus y is tan inverse of 2.5983. Using your calculator, again you can find it will be 68.95. And as I've said earlier, you can convert this decimal into degrees and minutes. So we have 68 degrees 57 minutes equals 90 minus y. From this you can find the value of y to be 21 degrees 30 minutes. In case you don't know subtraction between 2 degrees, here is an example. We have here 90 degrees minus 68 degrees 57 minutes. So 90 degrees, here we have 0 minutes, subtracted 68 degrees 57 minutes. So since there are no minutes here, we are borrowing 1 degree from here. 1 degree is 60 minutes. Okay, so when you borrow 1 degree, it becomes 89 degrees, and 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, so it becomes 60. So you're subtracting 57 from 60, you'll just have 3 minutes, and you're subtracting 68 degrees from 89 degrees, you'll have 21 degrees. So the final answer is 21 degrees 3 minutes.